No, the stream is not okay because I've got no fucking volume. Oh my days. Are you serious? Well, that's embarrassing. I'm sorry. You've heard me talk for so long without even having any volume. Let me make sure I come through clean now. No, the stream is fuck's sake. Well, you've heard me talk like a flippin' idiot until now, without even realizing that I'm muted. Welcome to the stream. There we go. Just waiting for this to upload. Let me just copy the link from the stream. Awesome. Let's see if this, bears any fruit. Is that how I say it? I think so. I got my chat open. Cool. Right, so before we start the stream, welcome back to the stream. We'll cut from here for the actual live YouTube clip. So welcome back to the stream. In this stream, we are tackling patterns and choosing colors for the brand. We are continuing the 5-day challenge redesign for this cosmetics, sustainable cosmetics brand. Skincare, cosmetics, they also do some clothing. But let me just show you what's been going on, what I've been doing so far, and showing you why we took the decisions that we took so far. I'll go through it super fast because I did this whole bit on mute just earlier, so it's already been 10 minutes. So, first we started with some research. We looked into the brand, into the name, into history of skincare and everything, just to sort of gain some information and some sort of grasp any sort of understanding of what we're gonna tackle, right? The name of the brand is Juji, which comes from Juliet, and we learned that Juliet, has Latin and Greek and Roman background. It's actually French. It's a French name, but before that, it's deeply rooted in this history. It's a very old name. But the sort of oldest history of that name is Jovis, which comes from, it's a form of Jupiter, and Jupiter meaning, the father of the sky, or sky father, whatever. So that was the sort of information that we got, and then we sort of tied it in. We're looking at history of skincare, and we've discovered that the first serious record of cosmetics use was used in Egypt around 3,000 years before Christ, right? So about 5,000 years ago. And it was used for beauty, but also to protect themselves from the sun, right? So then I tied in that information with, Jovis, father of the sky, and then we have protect from sun, and you can see that sky, includes sun. So I wanted to use this element of sun into our design. Now I didn't realize this until like halfway through the sketching progress. You can go look up the stream if you want to have a look at that. but you can tell that this is where I started using that sort of radiation, light wavelength type idea, and I started using the intersection of those waves to create letters, right? And then we sort of continue designing. Again, the full stream is up on YouTube if you want to go have a look at that. And then we sort of intersected those, created those stars, and then we had ourselves a little icon, which I really like. And then we intersected it with the Juji letters from quite early on here, and then ended up with this whole brand, and those are the different renditions of the brand. You have it with cosmetics, without cosmetics, and with the icon full on, or with the icon as an accent on the eye, and then you have this little icon here as well. So this was all nice. The fonts that I used, the primary font that I'm going to use for the logo is a Montserrat, and the secondary font is a Pacifico. Montserrat is strictly a choice because it sort of matched the idea of my not hand lettered, but the letters that I created here for the logo type. And Pacifico, it was just like a nice balance to that, and the brand is very much handmade. It gives the impression of handmade. So today we're tackling patterns. So we're taking the information that we have absorbed so far, and we're furthering, applying it to extend the brand, right? So patterns are going to be used for all sorts of stuff throughout the packaging, to websites, Instagram, everything essentially. So what I want to create is not a simple pattern that the user of this brand is gonna struggle to use. I want to create a pattern which inspires further design and creativity. And in order to do that, you have to, you can't just create a simple pattern and then just let that be. Instead, I want to create a way of creating patterns, a pattern design template. I'll show you what I mean in a second. So if I just open a different file here, I'll show you what I did with my personal brand. By the way, the whole thing is up on Twitch. There are about 5 live streams which we did this, and then we just recently switched up on YouTube. But if you look at patterns and colors, the way I created the pattern for this brand, it was using golden ratio and the basic shapes that I created to use, the basic shapes that I used to create the main logo. And then you can combine and align those shapes using the golden ratio grid to create new patterns every time that fit the brand and fit the use, right? So you can create them as dense or as less dense as you want them, So this is the same idea that I want to use for this brand. I want to create a dynamic sort of pattern. So let's have a look. Let's have a look around, see what we can come up with, see what we can create. I want to sort of use this radial thing that we use to create the logo. We can use logo element. We can probably use circles because circles were, it's one of the basic elements which I use to create everything. Like if you look at this, it's mostly made out of circles. And yeah, let's have a crack at it and see what we can do. So I want to just, sort of flatten this and make it the same size. And I also want, as a template, a little square that can fit in here, because most of the times the templates are actually squares. So let's, there we go. Let's give it a stroke of 10 and center it, and sort of, yeah. And then I just want to copy this and try to create a pattern with those elements and see what happens, right? First of all, the first idea that I'm having is you know, use this almost as a grid to place items within the pattern. I don't know how successful that'll be, because it looks kind of random and kind of like a bit strange. But the first thing that comes in my mind, it's overlapping the different elements. Let me show you what I mean. So we got about, no, we can have like 2 elements, right? So let me make those white. And if you look at the back pattern, as we increase this, it can match. We can match the sort of curvature on the back, because this is actually made in a circle. But I think we want to go towards the back, right? I don't know how this is gonna work fully yet, but let's have a look. Right. There we are. So I want to line it up. Interesting. I want to line it up with everything else and sort of match the curvature of the outside circle. I know it makes no sense at the moment, but it will. There we are. So then we match the third one and we match the curvature. There we go. Bring that to the front, we bring it down another one. This playlist is so good. I can already tell that this is not really gonna work, which is unfortunate. But that's why we have this, you know, this sort of idea. So we can just quickly bring it over. We can see our past mistakes, just sort of move on, and try different ideas. So how can we use this element with a background to make for something interesting? What sort of ratios did I use with this? Just want to sort of keep it loose for the moment. I'm very tempted to sort of use circles to figure out different patterns that I can come up with, and then sort of introduce the stars after. I'm very reluctant. I don't have a good reason at the moment, but I'm very reluctant to use the actual logo at the moment. It's just, I don't know why, it's just like a personal thing. I don't like it when you use the logo too much in the main thing. Let me just try something quickly. Let me get rid of this. Just this. Oh, I've got an idea. Hold on. Let's make it as tall as this. And then sort of... That's interesting. Not quite there yet. Another thing that I was thinking is, why don't we use... Let me show you. So let's move those away for a second. Yo, look at this. This is dope. Just using the exclude tool and then just having the stroke different size, it creates different sort of patterns. Like, look at this. How would you ever create this by hand? Right, and then just have this. Hold on. There you go, there's a pattern. And then you can just change the line weight to change the pattern. There we go, dude. And this can be like infinitely changeable, you know, like you can just create new versions of it all the time depending on what project you got. And look at this, like if I just go in here, change those and go thinner, then I got a way denser pattern that still makes sense. And you can even change the you know, from exclusion to subtract or other modes, and then you just get even more. Like if I did this and then here we are. Different version, right? I think this is cool, man. I like it a lot. I really like it a lot. And the cool thing about this, you can also like just bring it down, okay? And watch this. So, oh. There's a little bug here. Fuck you. Get out of my life. Look what happens if I round the corners. This is incredible. You got a whole new idea going on. Maybe not as much as it, but this is still a pattern. Like this will still help. I like it, man. I think it's an idea. Don't know if it's brilliant yet, but I got a good feeling about it. This is subtract. Like, how cool is this? Let's create like a denser pattern though. There we go. Those are some patterns. I think that's good. Right, so moving on. We have to, we're gonna leave that there. Move this around. That's a pattern, and let's move on to colors. So for colors, the current brand already has like this sort of blue and sort of like sky blue and white color scheme going on. No, that's not it. See what I mean? It already has this blue and white theme going on. So I think I'm gonna stay within the same theme, like this sort of turquoise blue, dark blue, light blue, and white, and you got like this sort of monochromatic idea. I don't know if I want to select any contrasting colors. I think the brand looks like it can do with a monochromatic idea. I don't know. Let's play around with it and see what we can do. What I'm gonna do actually is go to Adobe Colors. And of course, yes, I do spell colors as you do spell colors in England. I'm sorry. It's just where I've been educated. And let's go to Explore and put in aqua blue. Sort of have a quick look around. I like this type of idea. Too dark, right? Quite like this. search for teal. Teal is more. Maybe that matches better. That's nice. It's quite nice. I quite like this. And I think this will fit the brand quite well. Maybe a bit dark, but otherwise nice. Right, let's see what we got. Let me just quickly clear the screen here.
Protéger le jour, la nuit, protéger le quotidien, protéger la société et les libertés. Protéger le plus beau des métiers. La police recrute. Inscrivez-vous sur devenirpolicier.fr.
Not gonna lie, completely forgot I was live. Just in the zone. There we go, we got some color palette. Let's do some testing and then that's it. Ooh. So the way I want to do some testing is using... Let's go to logos and grab one that we really like. I'm gonna grab that one. Boom. And then let's grab a pattern. I want to grab that one. Is it this? So the way I'm gonna test those colors, I've got this thingy here, okay, and I'm just gonna be pasting colors into it, and also we need a background for it. Let's do a white background quickly. There we are. So this is our test. Let me also just make sure this is all central. Nice. Delete this, copy and paste this. So now we got the brand with a pattern, you know, everything, the text, everything that we did so far. Let me just put music on again. There we are. And let's just crack on. Let's just get cracking on and pasting all the colors in there. Let's see how they look. How many do we need? 1, 2, 9. Alright, this is gonna piss me off a lot, so let's repair it now. Let's not deal with this, because I genuinely cannot deal with this. Just command A this. Let's group this. This is quicker to fix and redo than put this on top. Awesome. There we go, fixed. Cool. And I'm just gonna quickly do this. This way we can test out different colors and see what they look like without actually losing my mind as well. Actually, let me try this. Bugs me, yeah. I definitely think this needs to be way lighter. Shut up with your ads, dude. Literally no one cares. Right, here we go. Right, here's some colors. What I'm gonna do now is just quickly select them, put them together so I can see them. This way. Boom. Tidy up. Right, that's it. We got colors, we got patterns, we got everything. Now, we got 4 different color schemes, right? We got 4 different color schemes here. To be completely honest, I don't know which one I'm gonna go with now. I need, as every day, you know, we get towards the end, I get a little bit tired. Keep in mind that I do a lot of work before the streams, but get a little bit tired, and those sort of decisions are so much better when you sleep on them, right? So we're gonna have a nap, you know, like tonight, and then tomorrow morning I'll look over them and I'll choose one, and then we'll continue with that one. Sorry, I'm just checking my colors on the other screen as well. But I think I'm happy with this. I really like it. I really like the sort of vibe with this. I think this fits the brand really well. For sure. I think this is the best fitting for the brand. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what colors you would like, you know. And let me know if you think, you know, some of the colors should be changed. Like one of the changes that I would definitely make is probably keep that color, but just sort of go a little bit like this, you know. But that's definitely just sort of personal taste, and we're gonna calibrate the colors once we choose a sort of direction to go. It's probably gonna be this direction for now. I'm leaning towards this. Anyway, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Just as a quick recap of the stream, this is what we did so far. So first of all, we kind of took our elements from the logo. We took our basic elements and we dragged them over to our patterns, and we tried to come up with some way of creating patterns, right? Unlimited patterns for our brand, that we can adapt to whatever situation. We tried a bunch of things. Definitely some of them didn't work, some of them did. But we somehow arrived at a simpler idea. Instead of using those elements, why don't we just use the wavelengths and we put them on top of each other? And this is another idea. It doesn't have to be just at 90 degrees. I'm guessing it could also be, you know, at different sort of angles. You know, when you're running out of ideas, you can also use different sort of angles of attack to create different patterns. You're not limited by that. But we're gonna come up with all the rules and stuff on the last day. But there you go. And then we, for this example, we use it at 90 degrees, and then you can change the way, you know, you can use you can change the way they interact up here. And you can put extraction or subtract, exclude, intersect, and get different effects, right? And then changing by changing the width of the stroke, you can adjust that effect, right? Again, you can go back in the stream and look at it properly. Then we created a few of them, you know, with different stroke width, and we've also put them on negative, and we also tried rounding off the corners just to see what those sort of ideas turned out as, you know. And this, you'd imagine, like if you would have this pattern, right, and you printed it over and over and over again using like a wood block or something, that wood block every single time you would get damaged a little bit, and those corners would get less and less sharp, and in like a few thousand prints it would probably look something like this. So this looks a little bit more old school, you know. This is something like really light that you can use. There's something a bit trippy that you can use, you know, but you can come up with all this different patterns. You're not limited to one pattern or two patterns. You literally have thousands and millions of patterns that you can use for your brand. After we did our pattern, we went to the colors and we looked on Adobe Colors and found different color schemes that would work. The color scheme is very much inspired by the original color scheme of the website, which is this this pattern here, which she had in the background and she uses for her packaging. And we went and found similar stuff, and we also found some with like contrasting colors. We tried it out on a white and black background to make sure those color schemes sort of work, and then we created this this little, let me just make a black and white one as well, linear solid, just to show where we left from. I created this little design with a pattern in the background and one of the logos, just to try out our colors, and here are our colors. Then I took the ones that are sort of my favorite and kind of narrowed down to this one. I'm still gonna sleep on this decision and find out which one I like the most, but at the moment is this one, and you can see how it works. You got a gradient in the background, you got this color, and that's it. You can also take this and sort of invert the colors, make this one the dark blue, make this the light blue, you know, and that's another idea. But there we go, this is it. Thanks a lot for watching the stream, thanks a lot for joining along. I hope you liked it, I hope this was entertaining, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Thanks a lot, bye bye.